I hope everybody's doing okay. I am Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. I am going to be doing some ascension messages for you guys today. I also am going to be doing some healing on the eye chakras. So let's see what kind of messages Spirit has for us. I really never do like where this camera ends up. I don't know. It just makes me feel like it's not a good space, but deal with me, guys. I know I'm pretty annoying when I'm moving it around. It annoys me too, but I'm not one that edits videos. I really just don't care. It is what it is. Anyhow, let's get started. Which cards do I go to today? Instantly, they're showing me the new I Ching cards, so let's see what they have to say. This is going to be a message for anybody who's already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, or anybody who is newly awakened. As I was getting prepared for this message, though, the raven did fall out. This is one of my animal totems. So for some of you, you may be seeing a raven a lot. You may be getting even crows that are coming around you. They're pretty much the same thing, but there is a little bit different meanings in the same family. But anyhow, the raven came out, so I did feel like it was a very big part of this reading. What the raven represents for me is mysteries being revealed, information, accurate information coming in that is going to help you in some part of your life that has been kind of in the backgrounds or been in like this mysterious type of standing. I do feel like there's something about a new cycle, a new beginning, something that is happening that is like a new type of energy of some form. So this could be in love, relationships, career paths, but I feel like for most of you, there's something that's changing within your spiritual journey. Maybe some sort of new cycle is starting within your spiritual journey. So the card that came out for you is number 50, the Vessel. This is all about good fortune, creating success through being committed and dedicated to a certain thing, person, place, project. 210, guys. Look that up on Sacred Scribes. I do feel like it's referring to you being the vessel, you being somebody that is like the person that allows energy to move through them and be changed and created into something new. So for many of you, you are an alchemist, or you're finding out that you're an alchemist. You're finding out that you're more powerful than what you thought that you was. There's some 2, 3, 4, guys, look that up as well on Sacred Scribes. But there's something about being the vessel that God is needing to use in some way, shape, or form. There's something about you that is very, I'm hearing the word strong, but it's very connected, or either in the process of learning how to be very connected with spirit, with source, what have you. Whatever this reading is, it's referring to for you, though, just know that source is giving you some sort of good fortune that's coming in through you being a vessel that is being able and being capable, 303, of being used in some way, shape, or form. I do feel like this is a new beginning. The back does say, a new beginning. The vessel provides stable, robust foundations for a new life, and also the crucible where you can expect to be transformed and remade. Just as wood becomes fire or raw ingredients become food, the experiences of life can be blended and transmuted into a meaningful whole. What is the vessel for transformation? What are you beginning? And what will you cook, so to speak? So what are you making at this time? What are you creating? What new beginnings are you open to at this time? And, you know, pay attention to any kind of repeated messages that are coming to you, whether it be through people, places, things, or situations. Something that keeps happening to you, even if it's, you keep seeing a raven outdoors. What are you thinking about at the time that you're seeing that raven? There's an extra message hidden within seeing that raven and what you're thinking about that time. Maybe even at that time, just looking up what the raven stands for, the spiritual symbolism for that will give you the extra message. But either way it goes, I do feel like some of you are like having ascension symptoms. These are symptoms that have to do with like your energy, your there's something about the aura changing and cleansing and rebalancing. There's also this message of getting connected with the earth, but I feel like the ascension symptoms or awakening symptoms that you're going through at this time is feelings of like vibrations in your body. This feeling of sometimes even feeling like I don't really know where I'm at or what I'm doing type of feeling, but it's not so bad that you can't go out and do anything or that you don't want to drive. What I'm saying is it's just this like spontaneous moment of just feeling like, man, where am I? What am I doing with my life? What kind of goals am I going after? And like just slightly questioning what is really going on, you know, what reality are you really in? And then kind of snapping back to reality and having some sort of answers that's coming in through your intuition, through your discernment of spirit, from these deep internal knowings. Now, one of the things that is coming up at this time is a gathering of information, and this could be information that's coming from source, because I do feel like this is like a deep connection with the earth, a deep connection with source in some way, shape, or form. Many of you are in this process or need to be in a process of learning how to manifest through and heal through the connection with water, by speaking to the water, by sharing images with it, names with it, visions that you may have as you're putting your, and I'm just going to act like this is the water as you're putting your hands around it. I want you to close your eyes and just visualize the things that you want and desire, and then ask for the water to help you to manifest those things in positive ways, show you the way to get that. What's going to happen is after you drink this water, and just so you know, guys, you do not have to drink the water all at once. There's a lot of things on like TikTok and YouTube and things of that sort that say, you know, drink the water after you talk into it. You don't have to drink it right away. Sip throughout the day. The way that you do it, it helps. Okay, if you drink it right away, you may see that a little bit of, I don't want to say complications, but there's always things that are to be learned in the things that we desire. And so you're going to learn lessons fast, or either you're going to learn them slow. So if you're drinking the water slow, it's almost like, Spirit, give it to me slowly. Don't give it to me so fast that it's like overwhelming, but give it to me slowly. And, you know, it's okay. Whatever you want to do, that's the intention that you put behind it. But this is a time of gathering information. And I feel like for most of you, Spirit is asking you, like, sit in silence, sit in solitude, sit in this place of, even if it feels lonely to you, asking questions and seeking the answers. The answers are coming through meditation. The questions are being brought in through prayer, setting intentions, asking questions to your guidance team, your higher self, your angels, and so on and so forth. I do feel like the more that you get into prayer and meditation, the more that you're going to feel nourished, the more that you're going to feel just full of life and joy. I do feel like many of you are going to be really questioning why you didn't start meditating a lot sooner, or maybe why you didn't get back to meditating a lot sooner. I'm in this process of meditating now, like all the time. I've been meditating and getting answers on what I need to do for the next day. And what you're going to start finding is that the more consistent you are with the things that you're doing for your spiritual life, the more that it bears fruit, the more that you're going to see a harvest in some way, shape, or form, whether it be that you awaken to some sort of ability to see into other dimensions or other realms, or maybe it's that you're connected with your telepathy, or maybe you get some sort of upgrade, so to speak, or a new awakening within your empathic abilities. I mean, the list goes on, but this is a time of nourishing your mind, body, and soul in some way. The things that you put into your body, the things that you hang out, the people that you hang out with, the places that you hang out, the TV programs that you're watching. Remember, I'm saying programs. It is programming you into either disbelieving something, seeing something different. There's something about it that could be detrimental. So pay attention to what your discernment of spirit tells you when it comes to certain programs, or even music things that you're listening to, or what have you. Also, the way that you're speaking. There's something about the way that you're speaking needs to change. Speak with positivity. Speak with gratitude. Speak with an attitude of thanksgiving. There is a quest for something that's going to be pretty fulfilling. I do feel like this is like self-discovery. This is this energy of like discovering truths about the universe and what 9/11, guys, look that up on Sacred Scribes, but truths about the universe and truths about like who we are as beings, infinite beings. So there's something that's being revealed to you. But remember, as truths are being revealed, you're also seeing things that were lies, or, you know, partial truths, or, you know, maybe there's more to it than what you thought. So again, this is a time of gathering information, but it's a time of gathering truths and falsities, and really seeing, you know, what has been told to you and what hasn't, that has changed you in some way, shape, or form. I feel like a lot of you are in this process of really seeing things through the eyes of God, seeing things how it's meant to be seen, and in a truthful light is what I am getting. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. What other messages do you have for the collective, please, in love, romance, finance? Am I supposed to take both of these together? Okay, so we do have the Page of Cups and the Lovers. With this, I feel a message is coming through that has something to do with unity, becoming one with something. I feel like this is, like, for most of you, learning about the fact that you are God, God is you, that none of us are separate. We're all one. And there's something about the process of learning about becoming one, learning about unity. I do feel like there is, though, a message of relationships changing, and I feel like the relationships are changing because you are changing as a whole. So you may find that people that you once enjoyed hanging around, that you don't have as many similarities now. You find out that you are different because you see things differently. Try not to judge the situation or judge the person for who they are, but instead, pray for their awakening. Because when we pray for people's awakening, guess what? It happens. They are triggered by your awakening. Your awakening helps them to awaken. 1101, guys, look that up on Sacred Scribes as well. But it's helping you to see what relationships are no longer in alignment with your frequency and what relationships will be. So you're going to feel and see and start to experience new communications or new relationships that are forming with people that maybe you at some point in your life couldn't see yourself being friends with. Maybe you felt like they were too arrogant or maybe above you or, something of that sort. But what you're going to start to find is that they were just in a higher frequency than you. There was something about you that yearned to be like them. And this isn't for everybody. This is going to be for some of you, but take it how it resonates. There is a few of you, though, however, that the Lovers is referring to some sort of love endeavor. It could be that there's something that is changing within the dynamic of a situation that you're in, whether you're with somebody or not. But there's something that's changing about the dynamic. I feel like for one or both of you involved in this situation, there is some sort of stability that is coming on. I feel like for most of you, this is emotional stability. However, there is a few of you where there's financial stability that is coming in after a time of a lot of work and dedication. There is definitely friendship building at this time, relationship building, I should say, because this could be with coworkers, your family, friends, loved ones, people that you haven't even met yet. But the good news that's coming in is that whatever is happening with relationships and with this like stable type of energy that's coming in, it's going to be something that is going to make you feel fulfilled. It may not make you feel completely fulfilled, but there's something about it that's going to bring you a lot of joy, peace, and fulfillment. Am I supposed to continue with these? Yes or no? I heard yes and no. Which cards do I go to? Thank you. What other messages do you have for the collective, please? And thank you. Okay, so a lot of you have this energy of feeling like things are crumbling around you, or maybe you feel like you're in a tower moment where, things are moving away from you. 1313, guys. Again, look those up on Sacred Scribes. But I feel like the things that are moving away from you are things that, again, are no longer in alignment with you. These are things that are meant to leave so that new things can come in. It doesn't mean that it's forever. For some of you, it will be. But some of these things that are leaving your life are meant to leave your life so that you can be in the energy that you've wanted to be in this energy of happiness, having things being brought together, some sort of sense of unity and safety and security. As these relationships, these situations, these jobs, whatever it may be, start to be moved away from you, you're going to quickly find that alignment is possible. And it is something that is in the near future for you if it's not already happening now. I do feel, though, that some of you have passed up some of your goals, wishes, desires, or what have you, and kind of thought that this tower moment was telling you that that's not what's meant for you, but it's not that. It's the case that it's moving things away from you so that you can be closer to those things that you dream of and desire. The Seven of Swords tells me that you need to have some sort of hopes and goals to move towards, knowing that you may be leaving something behind or some things behind, people, places, things, and situations. However, again, remember that if you pray for an awakening in those areas with these people that you would want to keep in your life, even though at this time they're not in alignment with you, by praying for the awakening, eventually they will be in alignment with you at some point. It may be weeks, it may be months, it may be years. For a lot of people, it's going to be years. However, having your biggest hopes and desires come to fruition is by leaving behind some of these things that you once really cared for and loved. Not that you have to stop caring about them or stop loving them. It's just saying, for a time being, let's let go, let God, and move towards our dreams and desires. I do feel the sun coming in, which gives me this warm, fuzzy feeling of you've got this, things are going to be okay, there's not a lot that you need to worry about, and so on and so forth. I do feel a little switch in energy. They're wanting me to give you some suggestions of things that you can do at this time to bring you more into alignment with your spiritual journey, and maybe awaken some things that need to be awakened at this time. That's ready to be awakened is what I'm feeling. I feel like some of you are ready to move to the next step or next level, so to speak. Not that there's levels in our spiritual journey, but we all go through these times of feeling like we're at a standstill and something needs to change, improve, or evolve in some way, shape, or form. So if you've been feeling like you're at a standstill, these are some of the things that you can do to get yourself out of that. Connection with the earth, in particular the energy of air, cleansing out and balancing the element of air will also be something that would be beneficial to you. There's something about being in the logical mind too much and needing to get out of the logical mind. In order to do that, getting yourself into a state of meditation by going out connecting with nature is going to be very, very beneficial. Sun gazing is also going to be very beneficial. Closing your eyes after you sun gaze and see what kind of images come in there. There's codes that is embedded within these images that come, whether it's a color, whether it's a shape, whether it's some sort of person or face that you're seeing. All of those things are some sort of code for awakening to your dormant DNA that's going to help you to expand in some way, shape, or form. In particular, something that's wanting to expand at this time is the way that you think about things, the way that you view things. So not only just with your mind's eye, but with your physical sight. How do you view things with your physical sight? When you view certain situations, do you automatically judge them? So there's a lot of lessons within the way that you view things. Also, one of the things that is coming out with the element of air is to get into your feminine, the emotional way of thinking, feeling through your intuition, through your discernment of spirit, through your deep internal knowings, instead of being held up by the logical mind that says, if you do this, it's going to do that because that's what you've had in the past. So getting out of this negative thinking by getting out of the logical mind and more into the spiritual aspect of things. Connecting with your intuition, your discernment of spirit, your empathy, clairsentience even. Am I supposed to take all of these? No. Okay. What messages do you have, please, for the collective? What suggestions do you have for the collective at this time? Thank you. Okay, some of you aren't doing enough talking to spirit. You're not doing enough prayer. You're not doing enough, feeling in your own spirit even. The talking stick is giving me this indicator that you're not relying enough on spirit at this time for the things that you need. And I'm feeling like some of you, the suggestion is to get very connected with your Kundalini energy at this time. Do whatever it takes to awaken it. I did just make a live video. I think it was not yesterday, but the day before. It's on YouTube. And I did balance the elements as well as we awakened the Kundalini. So that would be a very good healing for you guys to watch. If you're somebody that's feeling like you're disconnected from spirit. But what this is going to do is the more that you connect with your Kundalini energy, dancing, singing, doing things that make you feel childlike are ways of helping your Kundalini to open. But getting rid of the blockages that have been placed there. So if you're somebody that's very much into watching TV, reading newspapers, watching the news, let go of them. Let go of them for just 2 weeks and see how much your energy increases. See how much you feel and change when it comes to connection with spirit and your intuition and having knowings about what your next steps are. So that's a suggestion that can change things. Listening to tones and frequencies is also coming out. It's something that you need to do. But first and foremost, getting outdoors, hanging out in the air. Again, you have the spirit of air, which is telling you you need to be out. There's also an energy of an eagle coming through right now. So birds and or birds of prey could even be something that are connecting with you as animal spirit guides at this time. For some of you, you're meant to see things from a higher perspective than other people around you. For most of you watching this, you're meant to see things from a higher perspective, which means you have more knowledge, you have more wisdom about it. There's just this internal knowing that Spirit's given you. 2002, look that up on Sacred Scribes, that has helped you connect with a well of knowledge about said things. Some of you are in a process of learning to when to be still and when to move and when to put action into certain projects or certain situations in your life. Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. What other messages do you have for the collective in love, romance, finance? Thank you. So again, just another confirmation that meditation is going to be very beneficial at this time. Doing a walking meditation in general is what is being suggested at this time. Getting out, walking in nature, connecting with trees, plants, flowers, the ground. Take your shoes off and walk around as long as you can. Setting intentions that as you're connecting with the earth, whether it be through walking, sitting, hanging out with a tree, whatever you're doing, have intentions on receiving healing codes or upgrade codes to your DNA. That's exactly what's going to happen. As you're doing this walk or this sitting under a tree or whatever you may be doing, you know, take the time every once in a while to just close your eyes and feel like, what is my energy doing? How is it shifting and changing? Maybe even close your eyes before you begin that walk or before you begin sitting underneath that tree and just see like an energy check. What does my body feel like right now? Do I feel energy moving through it? Does it hurt? Is it in pain? Is it, you know, feeling stiff? What kind of feelings are you or what is it that your energy is feeling at that time? And then realize after the meditation how it feels then, during how it feels then. So there's something about being capable of observing the different energies and what they mean to you and things of that sort as well. What other messages? Thank you. The panda is wanting you to have a sacred space. This is a place that you can go to pray, meditate, connection with crystals, doing sacred ceremonies that have to do with things for your spiritual life, holding some sort of traditions in that space. This is a space in your home, in your workplace, or maybe even outdoors that makes you feel like you're at home and you can share your heart of hearts in this space and not and not worry about what anybody else is thinking or saying about how you get involved and connected with spirit. I am feeling with this card the energy of the yin and yang, and I'm feeling like there's these times and when you're going to feel out of balance, but you are going to know exactly what you need to do to be brought back into balance. For some of you, love is in the air for sure. I am feeling this energy of romance coming in. And I feel like there's some sort of talk that needs to be had with some of you. So if this resonates with you and you need to communicate some sort of whatever to somebody that is a romantic interest or somebody that you're already in a relationship with, then do so. For a lot of you, there is a successful type of energy coming in. But for some of you, this is a move of location. This could be a location of your job, a location of your business, maybe even a location of like where you live. Either way it goes, it's going to bring in some sort of new opportunities, new adventures, things that Spirit is asking you to be open to at this time. We also do have the sun, which signifies coming out of a dark time and into a time of like successful ventures, happiness, joyful time. For some of you, this is a card of popularity as well, but it doesn't have to be. You do have 6, 6, and 3, 3, which threes remind me of abundance. This is abundance coming from your spiritual team. This is the type of abundance where you feel more connected. All of those abilities or spiritual attributes that you have are more awakened and more alive. 24. And the sun is coming out again, also reminding you to do some sun gazing. Let's get some charms real quick. Ooh, okay. Let's see what we got here. So there's still some things that need to be worked on at this time. This is referring to your spiritual life. There's things that you need to get in order. For some of you, you have a tight grasp on something that you need to let go of and allow God to kind of bring you into a process of healing and changing whatever this aspect is. For those of you who are still attached to something that you need to let go of, you are being shown a clear way to do that. And I feel like for most of you, you've been having some sort of indicator as what your next step needs to be. It's more about putting the time and energy into that next step, whatever it is. For many of you, there is romance and love coming in, but this is also for some of you just a change in relationships that are changing for the better. We do have the acorn, which is just a reference to getting connected with outdoors. There is something about the magic of the codes, the healing codes that come through the sun, the moon, the stars, the ground, the earth, the plants, the tree beings, even elementals. There is definitely a big transformation that is happening for the majority of you watching, if not all of you. The more butterflies that I see, the more the bigger the transformation is. So for some of you, you're feeling very much so like this is a huge time for you in your life, and it's like one of those times of feeling like things are coming together and, for better lack of terms, that you're winning. We do have the magic stone, which tells me that there are some magical type of things that are happening in your life at this time. For most of you, this is magical type of supernatural experiences. These are the experiences that you're having when you're meditating and trying new things that have to do with your spiritual life. There's something about the experience of having these moments where you're just like blown away by the way that things are happening, and you just didn't ever think that things could be the way that they were. So that's a good place to be. And then you have, you're only starting on the path to success. So that's just an extra message for you guys. Anyhow, I am going to get a couple popsicle sticks and we're going to do some healing on the eye chakras real quick. Heart chakra, it says, I will love unconditionally. This is the center of compassion, love, empathy, and forgiveness. I am acceptance is I am affirmations that you should say. I am super aware and hypersensitive. I see things as they truly are. My perceptions are changing. I am evolving. Okay, guys, if you want to just take a second to close your eyes and just be present in the energy that you're being felt in your body, that's being felt in your body at this time. As you close your eyes, I want you to just focus on the energy right in between, or the spot right in between your eyes. While your eyes are closed, just focus on that spot there. You may see blackness, you could see color, you could see white, you could see images. If you're somebody that's really awakened and you're